Hello, welcome back to I Create For You. Today we are going to be doing another story, or two or three, in the Ghosts Among Us book. Alrighty, play it closer here. And this still's with the radio hosts and is called Still Cooking. This busy TV radio personality is featured on the following hosts of Between the Lines, AP Radio Network, and morning news anchor of K-Light 106.7 FM of Portland, Oregon. Diana is also the book reviewer for the popular Portland morning show AM Northwest on KATU TV. 2 decades have passed since Diana Jordan first saw the perfect white house with pillars. It was in a dream, she confided. The very next day, as she took a drive through Portland, Oregon, she turned onto a street she was unfamiliar with. She was astonished to see the house in her dream. There was a for rent sign on the lawn. Before long, she had moved into the 2-story house with a full basement. As a journalist, I've covered all kinds of stories, said Diana, who is usually very brave. But I discovered once we moved in that I was afraid to go upstairs. Something about the top floor gave her the creeps. It was as if it were haunted, she confided. Though she rarely ventured upstairs, she did meet a ghost. Diana got out of bed one morning. As she padded barefoot into the kitchen, she smelled bacon cooking. There in the middle of the kitchen was an older woman who smiled kindly at her. "Good morning, dear," the woman chirped. "Would you like breakfast?" The sound of bacon crackling filled the air as she stared at the woman. She was grandmotherly, with short, soft, curled white hair, said Diana. She was wearing an apron. It was white and trimmed in cobalt blue, and there were little flowers all over it. It had 2 big pockets that matched the fabric. The image was so vivid that all these years later, she can still close her eyes and picture it. It was as if she belonged there, remembered Diana. It was as if I were a guest in her house, and it was her natural inclination to feed me breakfast. As the smiling woman waited for a response, Diana found herself politely replying, "No, thank you." It seemed like the most natural scene in the world, until I remembered that I didn't know this woman, explained Diana. It seemed like I knew her and that it was her kitchen in her house. I had no fear, despite the fact that I was wary of other parts of the house. When the scene vanished, I felt delighted that I had glimpsed a ghost. The next time Diana saw her landlord, she told him about the odd occurrence. "Oh," he said nonchalantly, "that was just my mom. She lived there until she died." Good Lord. Okay, we're going to do 2 more, the last 2 in this segment. On the Mark at KNWZ AM Radio, Palm Desert, California. Norman Mark was heartbroken when his best friend had a fatal heart attack as the 2 swam laps in a public pool. He was guilt-ridden, sure that he had pushed his friend too hard, until his friend's spirit appeared to him at home. The apparition smiled and shook his head as if to reassure him. 3 years later, he learned from his friend's widow that she had also seen the man's spirit around the same time. JLB, the morning show, WICC Radio, Bridgeport, Connecticut. JLB and 2 others saw an apparition while doing the news. It appeared as a 3-dimensional light that guided past them. "Did you keep your composure?" this writer asked. "No," JLB replied. "We told everyone what was happening. They have never figured out the source of the very unusual breaking news." Those are 2 short but strange occurrences. One's pretty nice, though, that he was reassured that it wasn't his fault that his friend had passed. Okay, we're going to try to do the old lady making bacon. Making bacon. Okay. Let's see what I can do. So she was standing. I can't imagine. It's weird that not only do you have an apparition, but you have the actual smell of bacon cooking. Can you imagine that? I don't understand how that happens. I mean, like, how does those apparitions pull that kind of thing into their what do you want to call it? Their materialization. They actually bring aspects of what they are doing or trying to do or like doing. She must have really liked to cook, and that was one of her things. But to actually, I don't understand some of the things that actually, I guess maybe she was trying to make that lady feel at ease who was there by offering her, or trying to cook her breakfast and offering her breakfast. Why is this not looking good? I didn't go down far enough for the nose. That's probably it. Okay. In the eye. And she's looking at the pan. Boy, she's got a big ear, huh? We'll fix that in a heartbeat. So she was grandmotherly like. And she also looked like a giraffe with a big long neck. I'm my worst critic, let me tell you. I cannot. If I can't do anything, like, this is like such pressure for me because I am not one to just willy-nilly do something, and to know that people are watching me while I'm doing it really creates a lot of pressure for me. And so it's like, after a while, that my drawings look so horrible, it's pathetic, and I can't take them back, once I've done it and it's recorded, and you guys know I don't edit, so what you see is what you get, and I'm so sorry for if sometimes it's just horrible what I come up with. Okay. I'm gonna make her. And see, her apron would come down here. Can you guys still see me? Yep. Oh my gosh, my screen on my phone is cracked, so every time I get up to look, all I see are these horrible images of looking through the cracks in my phone, and it just like makes it like a funhouse view. Okay, she's going to be cooking, so I'm going to make her. And then this is the part of her apron. Got to put this out here. Okay, so she's cooking, and I'm going to bring her other arm out here. This one's going to hold the spatula. Make sure you guys can still see me. All right. Alrighty. Yes, this is like so stressful to get this looking like something. And it's just, I don't know how to explain it. Really, I don't. But I'm going to make this the handle here, the spatula. All right, and this one, let me see if I can get this. I have this down too far, so I have to do the frying pan yet. Let's see if I can get this hand to look somewhat normal. I'm a little late. I wanted to get these out sooner, but I had so much I had to get done that I didn't get done this weekend because I was so busy doing other stuff. So yeah, I didn't get this out until now, and I'm so sorry for that. I'm trying to make it that I can get these out earlier in the day so that I don't have to worry about it later. Okay. I'm going to try to do the frying pan now. Since she's making bacon. I don't know, I would have probably said yes. I would have wanted to know what would have happened if she would have actually gave me bacon. You know what I mean? If it went as far as being able to smell it, I wonder if, she would actually be making actual bacon. What would she have said if, yeah, sure, I'll take some. You know what I mean? That's just freaky to me too. Or sizzling bacon. So we gotta get the aroma of bacon. So there is our funny looking apparition. And I wasn't really done with this part either. This is her. And she supposedly had 2 big pockets. So I'm just going to put them right here. That matched. But yep, there we're going to do her. I think her face is what makes it look so funny. Doesn't look too realistic. But then again, she's a ghost. So she can't look realistic to begin with because she's really not real. And so, yep. Doing our magic ghost stuff. And I'm not sure which section we're going to go through next. I'm just going to pick, maybe I'll just go from the front. See, what happened was I opened up the book and I'm looking at the book and I'm like, holy crap. Because I was looking in the contents and I was seeing how many pages were in between each section. And I'm like, holy crap, these are long, drawn out stories my phone will never accept. Well, then when I got into reading them, I'm like, wait a minute, these are just small stories in a group. So I just stuck with where I had started, what I opened up to, the smallest section. But I'm going to go out now. Hopefully it will let me. It's not letting me spin out. There we go. And I will even bring it up to you. See, she's cooking her bacon. She's making bacon. Man, now I'm hungry for bacon. Alrighty. So that's our story and our illustration. The best that I could do in my nervousness state. All the pressure. Okay, so I have my short up. I put that up too. That's my inspirational, encouragement, motivational, positivity type short. Everybody needs a boost now and then, or an encouraging word or a thought. So you can check those out also. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't. I have plenty more stories in this book. And they could be interesting because these were all pretty interesting. What are your thoughts on this story? Have you ever encountered a ghost? And to what extent did you encounter it? Did it actually, like this one, bring the smell of cooking, actually cooking? I mean, that boggles my mind. Anyway, please take care of yourselves. Stay warm. Stay cool wherever you may be, whatever your climate may be. Just stay comfortable. Stay creative. Stay happy. Stay tuned for more of these stories and funky sketches. You know I can't be fake. This is just it. Under pressure. Thank you so much. Hopefully, over time, I'll get better and better. Bye-bye for now. Thank you.